Hello there. My name is Ben Kench, and I'm committed and passionate about helping you grow your business and achieve the success you want in your life. Today, we're going to be able to look together at something else that when you've applied it to your business, it could have huge power and help you on your journey. So grab a pad and a pen and let's get to it. Now again, I'm going to say to you, networking. You're going to say, Ben, what's new about that? Why is that so special? Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe you already do a lot of networking. But you know what I've found? A lot of businesses that do networking don't do it as effectively as they could. Their mannerism, their presentation, their language, it's probably not all that it could be. And there are simple things that you can do to improve your networking effectiveness. And indeed, networking can mean different things to different people, and in your business it might be different to another person. So your take on networking is going to be different. So let's expand it a little. Networking. Now, there are small business groups that do business networking. So there are many breakfast clubs, there are evening dinner type arrangements or buffets, business gatherings in the evening. There are lots and lots these days of business organised networking groups. Many you can find on the internet. And I'm sure that within 10 minutes in your local conversations with business owners, they're, oh yeah, I go there and I go there. So first of all, organise business networks. Now, again, let's pull that apart. There are a number of things that make it work. You could spend as little as £600 or £700 or £800 or £1,000 or dollars a year and join and go along every week to breakfasts. You might have some dodgy breakfasts, but at the end of the day, the theory is you get a lot back because people like people. People connect with people. But if you're selling huge industrial microwaves, your local BNI network group is possibly not going to be the best lead. I mean, there might be, because of the theory of 6 degrees of separation, there might be somebody there that knows somebody that can get you an industrial microwave application, and bingo, you've got a £250,000 sale. But it's probably unlikely. And so the first thing I'm going to suggest to you is that you should network as an activity, but target the activity into a venue or a group that actually is either your target client or directly influencing your target client. So if you're selling large industrial microwaves, you might want to network at the Industrial Microwaves Association dinner. You might want to network at the industrial microwaves and everything that goes with it exhibition or trade fair. It's still networking, but it's specific, targeted networking. It means you're going to bump into people that use what you sell or people that know people that use what you sell. So the activity is absolutely a must. You must network. Some network events might be framed with a speaker. I know I get asked to go to a lot of events, and as a speaker it makes the event informative, it makes the event educational, non-specific, but a good information, education, gathering opportunity. And it could be, because it's a broad appeal, the gathering could be a broad gathering as well. So there are all types of networking activity you can do. So get your pad. Think now, where could I go? What network opportunities are there? Think generic, like broad-based business events. Think specific, like your channel, the associations you might be a member of, the trade fairs that happen. So there are two very clear differences in where you can spend your activity. But then let's add a third scenario. You know, you have a network of people you know. You've got children, there are other children and the parents you know. You've got neighbours. Even if you don't know them, there's an opportunity to. You perhaps have a car or vehicle that gets serviced, so you interact with the technicians that look after your vehicle. You're known at the local shop where you buy your groceries or your papers or your videos or your DVD rental. You're known in your community. It's still a network. But here's a question. Do you know what your neighbour does? You know the person you say hello to when you pop to the grocery store or the shoe store and you recognise their face because you're all in the community. Do they know what you do? You know, as you're going to the health club and chatting to the other people, or the golf club and chatting to the other members, do they know what you do? Do you know what they do? In your network, are you optimising it? Now, I don't want to go down the path and say that everywhere you go, you live and breathe your work. You'll know as well as I do that some of the network multi-level marketing operations, particularly in the past, you know, they almost bred disciples that pounced on you wherever you, and as soon as they open their mouth, they're trying to sell you, and you're like, we all got, and you can burn through a social circle and ruin it. And obviously, I'm not endorsing or suggesting that. But there's a subtle way, isn't there? There are people you know that maybe have a problem that you haven't solved because you've never talked about it. They maybe know somebody that's complaining all day when they go home that you could help, but you've never connected. So networking is an activity, is a must, because basically it's just you selling you wherever you go. Direct it, look at business events. Direct it, look at industry-specific events. Direct it and make sure you're using and letting people know that you could help them in certain areas when you're socialising. And the other thing about networking is you must get your language right. Lots of people go networking and the question is, what do you do? And they spout their industry jargon and everyone's like, none the wiser. So before you go, just test. Saying to some people that you don't know or some people that don't know what you do very clearly, just say, ask me what I do. And then they'll go, well, what do you do? And then you tell them what you'd normally say and then say, did you understand that? I mean, really, do you know what I do? And what you'll find is if you test some of your language, you'll find that actually not everybody knows what you really do. They think they know, and they're probably a bit polite and don't say, I didn't understand that. But not everybody really knows what you think you do. So going networking can be very powerful, but it can be completely ineffective and exhausting if you don't get your message across. So practice your message. Stand back and say, how can I make my message better? Get your pad now and start writing where you could go. Industry, specific, non-specific, socially. And then say, well, what do I do? What do I say? What gets the message across quickly? What clearly says what I do? And if you want a hint on this, and we'll talk more about it another time with language, but illustrate a problem that you solve. Don't talk about the solution, i.e. what you give, what you do. Okay? Illustrate the problem and then say, that problem we have a solution to, but don't go into the solution. And you'll find that's really, really powerful, okay? So add networking to your business. Networking is going to cost a few pence or a few pounds or a few dollars in the big picture, and at the end of the year, a massive return if you do it properly. So try that one, because it's powerful stuff. Okay then. So thank you. Essentially, this stuff works. And my mission, as I said to you when we started, is that this can be applied to your business. You see, one thing I know, and I'm sure you do as well, business success isn't about what you know. It's about what you do with what you know. And this can work, but it must be applied. So take some time out now, work through your notes, and step by step, put all of these thoughts into your business. And if you need some more help, or you want to talk to any of the team, then access the websites and keep in touch. I'll see you at the top.